Episode 2 of The Heart Killer begins with Bison and Fadel carrying a dead body. They biker since Bison is tired of their life and wants to date Kant, but Fadel doesn't allow it. The next day, Style is shopping when he spots Fadel at the market. He pretends to sell vegetables and knocks into Fadel, who refuses to help on saying who it is. Style creates a scene and Fadel pays him. Fadel also offers to clean up the cart but instead throws water on him. Meanwhile, the artistically inclined Bison designed a cat tattoo and shows it to Kant. The tattooist is worried about the pain, but it seems Bison has a pain kink. He wants it on the thigh and ends up flirting with Kant. Unfortunately, Style tries to go back on their deal as he is frustrated with Fadel. Kant antagonizes him with his car and Style suggests asking Bison for help on how to win over Fadel. At the restaurant, Bison is playing with a straw cat and Fadel warns him not to get attached since they cannot keep a pet. But Bison doesn't want to move out anytime soon and Fadel agrees to talk to Mother about a break. While he is in the kitchen, Kant shows up and drags Bison to the bathroom. He tells Bison about Styles' suggestion and Fadel almost catches them. They promise to be careful and Bison agrees to look into Fadel's interests. That night he secretly defaces their restaurant door and pretends to be sick. Once Fadel goes to check it out alone, Bison sneaks into his room. He shares a schedule with Kant and warns him to ensure Style is careful as Fadel is a distrustful person. Kant is not worried and even asks him out. However, Bison refuses as he wants to keep it casual and wonders why Kant is in a hurry. Babe overhears and later teases Kant for getting rejected. He shares how six fierce couples fight for each other so that they know they are meant together. As for Style, he shows up at the ground where Fadel jogs. He tries to join him, but Fadel kicks him and resumes jogging. Underrated Style cheers him up via a microphone on the bleacher, embarrassing him. At the market, Fadel takes on a part time gig where Fadel usually buys meat. He refuses to sell unless he gets to eat for a week at his restaurant, and Fadel gives in. While Style waits outside for the restaurant to open, Bison teases Fadel. He then surreptitiously thanks Style for helping him. Like any good wingman, Style claims that Kant is head over heels for Bison, who is surprised. In exchange, he gives Style permission to date Fadel should he genuinely like him, as he doesn't want his brother to be alone. At the bowling alley, a man called Tawan hits on Bison. A jealous Kant makes him leave by being passive aggressive. Bison points out they are not dating, but Kant claims he will do anything for him. They have fun, and Bison is impressed that Style is going to such an extent for them. He is scared of lying to his own brother, and Kant assures him he is doing it for his Fadel's sake too. Suddenly, a dance off takes place, and Bison drags Kant to it. Back to our older couple, Style shows up at Fadel's gym but makes himself scarce. However, he shows up at the sauna completely naked right when Fadel visits it and keeps chattering. He spots a tattoo on Fadel's lower abdomen and makes a move by touching it. Fadel freezes and runs off when someone interrupts them. Style goes searching for him in the locker room and Fadel jumps him, believing that someone has sent him. Style claims he is in love with him, which is why he following him. He adds that Fadel won't understand since he doesn't have a heart. Fadel is once more surprised when Style kisses him. Fadel pushes him off and warns him not to approach him again. Meanwhile, Kant and Bison win the dance off. As they leave, Khan tries to call him over, but Bison is expected at home. Khan keeps teasing him and finally lets him go after asking for kisses. After Bison leaves, Tawan shows up and it turns out that Kant hired him to set up the whole protective scenario. Bison is in a good mood when he arrives home, only to find Fadel waiting for him like a disappointed parent. Fadel reprimands him for being careless and worries about what Kant wants from him. Bison claims it is to hook up and suggests Fadel should do the same and get with style. Annoyed, Fadel warns him not to cause trouble if he wants a break and heads to his room. But Bison is still high on adrenaline and dances ground. Next door, Fadel puts on earphones and sulks in his bed. At the end of the Heart Killer episode 2, he starts thinking about style in the sauna. He mimics style touch and ends up jerking off.